Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online class of economics. Today we will be going to learn the further part of the chapter, that is indifference map. Before that, I want to explain some of the topics much more clear to you. That is IC. We were drawing this part of the chapter which we were learning. The slope of IC or MRS tends to decline. That is, IC is convex to the origin. That point we have to explain. And before that, we had completed slope of IC shows MRS, marginal rate of substitution. Marginal rate of substitution, we have learned that when we want to increase the production level or satisfaction level of one commodity, we have to sacrifice from the consumption of another commodity. Then only the satisfaction can be fulfilled, because resources are limited but needs and desires are more. So because of that needs can be satisfied only when we start doing satisfaction level from one goods to another. And this rate of substituting the values of goods from one particular commodity to another commodity, is known as marginal rate of substitution. Now comes slope of IC between A and C. You can see there A and C, the substitution is there. To change in Y, that is 2 units has been reduced to gain 1 more unit of C product. So here the formula, when we put here, we will get minus 2 upon Y equals to minus 2. That is the marginal rate of substitution. We have sacrificed the 2 units of Y commodity so as to gain 1 more unit of X commodity. So that is the satisfaction level. Assume that initially the consumer is at point A buying 5 units of goods Y and 2 units of goods X. If he is asked to give up some amount of goods Y, in place of 1 more of goods X, he is willing to do it at the rate of 2:1. Thus change in Y upon change in X equals to 2 by 1. This is called marginal rate of substitution, which is also the slope of IC. Thus in figure number 4, marginal rate of substitution between A and C, that is change in Y upon change in X equals to 2 by 1 equals to 2. I think the marginal rate of substitution meaning is clear. Now in simple term, what is MRS? MRS is the same as slope of IC. It shows the amount of goods Y that the consumer is willing to give up for one more commodity of goods X. It is measured as change in Y upon change in X between any 2 points on IC. It is determined by the consumer himself according to his preferences. Slope of IC or MRS tends to decline, that is IC is convex to the origin. This can be known as we move more and more down the IC, we find that its slope tends to decline. Definitely it is declining. You can see this position. I will be showing to you what is declining. Here what has from forward, it is going on declining and declining. That is the MC is declining much more. So now it is that only has been said. MRS is the same. As we move down the IC, we find that its slope tends to decline, implying that MRS tends to decline. Which is why IC is convex to the origin. Figure number 5 illustrates this point. Between points A and B, the consumer is willing to give up 1.5 units of goods Y for 1 more unit of goods X, so that MRS equals to minus change in Y upon change in X. What is the change in Y? We have did in the further point. You can see there in the tabular data. Here the tabular data I will be showing here the diminishing S and Y. Here X was 2 and it has been increased to 3. Y had been diminished from 8 to 6. First of all, here I will be showing you what has been declined. It has been deducted from here, it is 6. Now it has been 4.5. It means it has been sacrificed. 6 minus 4.5 if we will do, we will get 1.5. So how much has been sacrificed by Y? That is 1.5. How much has been gained in X? Equals to 1. Now the formula of MRS equals to marginal rate of substitution equals to change upon Y, change upon X. When we will substitute the value, I think now it is clear to you. Change in Y upon change in X, when we do for MRS, we will be getting change in Y minus 1.5 upon change in X 1 equals to minus 1.5. So how we got this one? Now in the further table, why we proceed to you people, now you will be seeing there X has been increased from 3 to 5, means 2 units gain. So X equals to plus 2 and Y equals to 4.5 minus 3, it will be coming 1.5 again. so 1.5. Now MRS formula, if we will put, that is change in y upon change in x, always remember that y will be the loss unit will be in the numerator and denominator the gain unit. So minus 1.5 upon 2, if we will do, we will get minus 0.75. so is the student marginal rate of substitution is calculated. Now from this particular table, I think you are came to know what is the diminishing MRS. You will be saying, as we are getting satisfaction from y commodity, see here earlier it was 6 units and x was very less 2 unit. It means when we consume more of y, we got maximum satisfaction due to human nature. Okay, now we will start diminishing. We will not completely eliminate the y from here. We will not completely eliminate the y from here. Here we will be slowly reducing the y and to gain the x product. Okay, so here you can see it is slowly going down and the x product is slowly increasing. This is itself is known as marginal rate of substituting the value of y to value of x to get more satisfaction to related to x commodity. Okay, so how MRS is calculated you might be knowing, and this x and y tendency graph, if you want to know how I explaining to you, see here 0 was there and x and y axis was there. Now in the x and y units, here you know x, here it will be valued y. So goods x, how much is there in the first unit? Goods x is 2 unit. Again I will be telling to you, y is 6 unit. Here meet these 2 points, you got the A point. Okay, now the second 3 is 3 4.5. 3 is what? X, up to 3 extend. Okay, and 4.5 here in the table, here it will be getting 4.5 and 3, if you will join you will get B point. Now next pointing, what you have to do in the scale, 5 and 3. 5 where? X side, so here it is 5 and here it is 3. So here you got the C. I am telling you how the brackets, how the square shapes has been coming to here. Okay, and the graph is made 5 is to 3. Here it is the 5 is to 3 completed. Now 7 is to 2.5. Here it will come to 7 and here it will come 2.5. So here we got the D point. Joining this point of locus, we got the IC curve. Okay, so this is the way how we got this graph. And scale measurement, always keep minor 1 to 3 and up to 10, it will be enough because our calculation is up inside the 10 units. So here it is, I think it is clear, diminishing MRS and all the things are clear to you students. So this is the way how MRS has been formed. Now comes, so this graph has been completed, but a question needs to be answered at this point. Why should the consumer be willing to sacrifice less and less amount of goods Y for every successive units of goods X? The reason is, I will be telling to you, completely our satisfaction will not go. Slowly it will decline. Completely from one product it will not go off. Because of that, as more and more units of goods X are obtained by the consumer, his intensity of desire for goods X tends to decline, implying that marginal utility of goods X tends to fall. Okay, in accordance with the law of diminishing marginal utility. This itself is known as law of diminishing marginal utility. On the other hand, as more and more units of goods Y are given up, his intensity of desire for goods Y is to rise, implied that marginal utility of goods Y tends to rise with every additional of it being sacrificed. It is because of this that for every successive unit of goods X, consumer is willing to give up less and less units or amounts of goods Y. Accordingly, sacrificing Y per unit of X tend to fall has been moved down the IC, falling change in Y upon changes X imply falling MRS, and it is because of falling MRS that IC is convex to the origin. Why is IC convex to the origin? If the question will ask, you will write this simple sentence and the answer will get completed. Yes, IC is normally convex to the origin. It is because the slope of IC, that is change in Y upon change in X, tend to decline, or because MRS tend to decline has been moved along with the curve left to right. Okay, this is the left, this is the left side. This is the left side and this is the right side. So you can see it is moving from left to right. So this is the phenomena of MRS. Yes, IC is convex to the origin. To the, it is because of the slope of IC changing y upon changes x tends to decline, or because MRS tend to decline as we move along with the curve left to right. Indifference map. You can see this is the map, student, which is showing different types of maps are there. So here you can see their measurement, the difference map. What is this difference map? That I will be telling to you. Here it is a map. You will be saying this map is made by different times the different IC. Like that curve we have made one IC. That way different tabular data we will get, and we will form the IC in different forms we will be getting. These are the different different curves coming in one graph. Here we will be seeing this is the last IC, which is the highest IC also, and this is the lowest IC, which is the initial IC in difference curve. What we are saying there, the indifference curve, which is at the top, which is at the highest, is the giving much more satisfaction level as compared to the lowest there. So higher IC shows higher level of satisfaction. ICs need not to be parallel to each other. ICs never touch or intersect each other. So this is the point about indifference map. With reference to figure number 6, following observation need to be carefully noted. Higher IC to the right and above another IC indicates higher level satisfaction. Thus IC4 indicates higher level of satisfaction than IC3, and IC3 indicates higher level of satisfaction than IC2. IC2 indicates higher level satisfaction as compared to IC1. So this way you can answer by simply drawing this type of graph. Each IC in the indifference map indicates a different preference set, as I already said. As one set of table we have drawn last time the graph, like this graph we got now. This is one set of data. Same way we will get 3 set of data. Then from that 3 set of data, these 3 more graph has been formed in the graph. So that is, it must be clear. With the same set of data we will not get 3 indifference curve. ICs need not be parallel to each other, that you must remember. ICs do not touch or intersect each other, that also you must remember. So these are the properties while with reference to IC to be drawn. When IC drawn, what is the rule if it is asked? You have to write these 4 rules. What is there? About the satisfaction level, about the highest level of IC, and the difference map parallel to each other, intersect each other likewise. Higher is IC indicate higher level of satisfaction. Nothing is a confusion, because more resources will be provided, more the people want to consume, and then the satisfaction level also increases. So that only shown, like for example here 2 IC has been drawn. Which IC is highest giving satisfaction? That is IC2, because it is highest than IC1. And here what is the first set of data? IC1 has goods Y, it is consumed 5, and the goods X, how much consumed? It is 4. So when it is consumed there, it is like that. It is the IC which is drawn, which is said to be. So it is the highest there, and the next is 5 to 6. When it is drawn, it is the second highest. Apparently IC2 is higher than IC1. Nothing is to be explained. These are parallel to each other. They do not intersect to each other. So the points are very clear. IC do not cross or intersect each other. Yes, IC do not cross or intersect each other, because never the satisfaction level of the person will match. Never the sacrificing level will match of the person, and because of that it shows that IC do not intersect each other. A and C are on the same IC curve, and therefore should be offering equal satisfaction. But we know that equal satisfaction cannot be. Like a apple, orange cannot satisfy a person. Equally it cannot satisfy. So that is the rule. Because of that it do not intersect each other. So that was it is not true that all has been explained there. Point C to the right and above point B, implying that point C must yield higher of satisfaction than point B, but because IC1 and IC2 are intersecting, inconsistent result has under. Properties, characteristics of ICs. What are the properties and characteristics of IC? That is, above discussion reveal following characteristics of indifference curve. Very first, IC slope downward to left to right. Slope of IC indicates MRS, definitely marginal rate of substitution. Because of that only slope is going downward. The slope of IC tends to diminish as we move down the curve. I showed already in the beginning of the class, because of which IC is convex to the origin. In an indifference map, higher IC indicates higher level of satisfaction. IC do not intersect each other, which means it is parallel to each other. When two commodities are consumed, IC neither touches x-axis nor the y-axis. Consumer budget. What do you mean by consumer budget, student? For every type of expenses we are making, we first of all make the budget, and whenever the consumer also make the consumption of the goods, first of all they prepare the budget, and that itself is known as consumer budget. This is a set of line which tells us that our limitation is up to this point only. We cannot exceed the limited point. So that only has been say budget set. And budget line, the line which is helping to know about the budget decided by us, that graph itself is known as budget line. Let us assume that a consumer has a budget of rupees 60 to be spent on goods X and good 1 and good 2. Also assume the price of good 1 is rupees 2 per unit and price of goods 2 is rupees 1 unit. Accordingly, we find the following budget set of the consumer. Okay, budget set of the consumer, you can see the units of goods 1, units of goods 2. When it is rupees 1, goods 1 is rupees 2. So here we not consume any at the first level of satisfaction. Here it is 0. So all the money, what is the income? 60 rupees. So if no expenses in goods 1, then how much expenses in goods 2 we can do? 60 rupees. The whole we have expense for goods 2. If we purchase goods 2, units of goods 2, 40 up to 40, definitely what is the cost of the, here it won't come 20. Here why it is coming 10? Because whatever money left out, that is 20 rupees left out. What is the price of goods 1? That is rupees 2. So 20 upon 2, how many goods we had consumed of 1? That is 10 units. Here we will we expenses 20. Okay, and rest amount 40 rupees. 40 divided by 2, how much rupees we got? 20 rupees. So 20 units we had to consume of goods 1. Here if we are not consuming anything about the 0 units of goods 2, so how much we are